Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is going to be the InkWELL Press 2020 planners and inserts. I bought as much as I could with my referral points so that I could review it all for you guys. InkWELL Press is a company I personally love their planners, love the quality. I have planned in them before for good periods of time. I have a whole InkWELL Press playlist, and on that playlist is how I planned in my InkWELL Press Flex as my weekly planner. If you're new here and you're not on Instagram, I want to let you know that I have a newsletter that goes out every Saturday morning. It's just a way for me to connect a little bit more personally with you guys, especially if you're not on Instagram, which is where I get a little bit more personal. So if you'd like to subscribe to my newsletter, that is down in the description box. So let's jump into their new 2020 planners. When you receive your InkWELL Press planner, you get a couple things in every box. Here are some of the things you're going to receive in your box. She is advertising for her book, The Joy of Missing Out, and she gives you a little Joy of Missing Out bingo card, which is very cute. You get an Inkling card, and I had ordered two different boxes, so I got two Inkling cards. I kind of wish the back was completely blank so that you could actually write on the back and give this to someone. Mine are actions speak louder than words and make time for adventure. You'll receive an InkWELL Press family welcome guide. It's a very nice pamphlet made out to introduce you to the company. If you're new, I think this is a really nice thing to receive. It tells you about how to attach your pages into your disc-bound system, which I think is nice also. But you will also be receiving emails from InkWELL Press. And there is a little, I really liked this. Her Joy of Missing Out book that's coming out, there's an intro chapter in here. You actually get to read an intro chapter with your order, which I thought was really smart. It's so nicely done. As everything with InkWELL Press is really nicely done, seems very professional. Even their line of planners screams professional to me. Like, they look very nice in a professional office setting. I'm gonna tell you what I got, and we're gonna run through everything, show it to you, and give you prices. The first thing I'm gonna run through is the Flex planner, which is horizontal. I also ordered the classic vertical, which had the most changes to it this year. I did not get the monthly only. I have daily pages left from last year. I will show you. They didn't change much on the daily pages. It's the same layout. They changed some of the wording, so I can show you those. I got their new priority list insert page. I got their new habit tracker insert. I got their new folder, which is beautiful. I got both tabs because I wanted to be able to share with you guys how they both work. So they have a fold over tab, which you can put right on the month, which we're going to do together and explore this. And then I got the actual set of poly tabs with dividers. Poly tabs come with stickers also. They are clear. I'm going to show you both of these choices. We're just going to go ahead and start with the dividers. Most people who order a planner insert, like a yearly planner, are going to want these tabs. Let's go to the January month, and then we will walk all the way through this. You're going to decide exactly where you want your January tab page to go. I would imagine that most people probably want it right before the month itself. And right before the month itself is actually your January mission board. And then you go into your month. So right here, if you insert the poly tabbed page here, you can still see through and see your mission board. I love the idea of having the see-through page and being able to see your mission board. However, the one thing I don't like is I like my tabs to open to the month. I wish that tabs were built in, because I want my tab on here to open to the month. Well, her other option, and I haven't stuck this on yet, so we're going to do this right now, to just buy these tabs, which are a lot cheaper. The set of poly tabs, which comes with your stickers that go on here, and we'll talk about what I think about those. This set is $15. It also adds a good amount of bulk to your planner and weight. Not a huge amount, but it's not so thin that I would say it's nothing. Each poly tab page is thicker than normal paper, and it adds a little bit of weight and definitely some bulk to your planner. So that's something to think about if you're wanting to keep all 12 months in your planner. Right now, I have all 12 months in here, and I will show you how thick that is. If I was putting a January tab on here, I would probably do it, would I do it on that side? I think I would definitely do it on this side. You would want to put it up top. This isn't going to be perfect, me doing it on video here, because I couldn't even tell from where I'm sitting. I'm not right over it if I was exactly on the line. If I wasn't doing it from where I'm sitting and recording, it would have come out better. So that's how it would be if you just put your own tab on there. They're thinking, you can easily flip through and see how you can see the tabbed month. It will be easier to pick out with the sticker on it. So that is one option. It adds no bulk, and those fold over tab stickers are only $5. The poly tabs are $15. You have to put all your stickers yourself on the poly tabs also. They come with the poly tabs, but you have to put them on there. That's also something to think about. I'm not sure, are they going to stay on there well all year? Right now they seem like they're on there well, but these don't seem like anything different than a normal sticker to me. And so I'm just not sure over time how well they're going to stay on there. We will see, and I will report to you guys if I end up using those. It bothers me to turn and not be open to my month and have to turn another page. Not so sure that I'm going to be using those in here. If you use the tabs, they don't stick out. See, they do not stick out from your planner. That's why I just really wish she had tabbed the monthly page itself. I wish it was just pre-tabbed, adding no extra heft, no extra weight, no extra cost either. Personally, my opinion, I don't love either one of these systems. I want my monthly page pre-tabbed. I have the rose gold rings on here. You can get rings in gold, rose gold, or silver. They are all beautiful. I have some of each color and I will show you them later. I have them on planners and I will show you those. Right now, the entire Flex horizontal planner is in here. That insert is $29. This cover is vegan leather and it is $19. I absolutely am in love with this vegan leather brown cover. I love it. It feels good. It looks good. And I will show you the other covers that I have too to be able to compare those. The vegan leather covers are all $19. There are hard covers with the designs on them are all $15. All the discs are $19 no matter what color. And they are all solid aluminum 1.25 inch discs. I love these discs more than Happy Planner discs. I like the size of them. They're smaller than the Happy Planner Classic discs, and I like the look of them. They are just very classy, and they're the right size for me. I wouldn't carry my entire year in here. This is about as much as this planner can handle. I wouldn't put any more in here than this. If you are keeping your entire, let's say, Flex horizontal or classic vertical planner in your disc bound system, it is going to fill up your entire book. And you won't be able to add all those extra pages that you might want to add, like notes pages, pocket folders, all the extra inserts of habit trackers, this extra insert, which I think is genius. Let's talk about these. So I wouldn't keep all my 12 months in here. I would probably only keep about 9 months, maybe even 6 months. And I would be having extra notes pages, being able to include some of these for daily pages or even full daily pages, some of her habit trackers. So these tablets are awesome because they come as a tablet. So you don't have to keep track of all these extra pages. They come hooked as a tablet. You tear them off as you need them. On the back of your habit trackers is just a lined page, so you can turn it over and use it for that. It's just 3 extra habit trackers that go up to 31 days. Now, every month in your planner comes with a plan and focus page, which has 3 habit trackers, and then your mission board. But this is for if you want to track more habits. You could stick this right in here, and you could keep it also on your monthly if you wanted all your habits together. But let's say you're someone who really wants to see your habits on the week that you're on, because if not, you forget about them, you don't flip there, you don't mark them. So you can definitely stick this on the very week that you are on. Have just a habit tracker there. This is genius. If you don't want to use an entire daily page, this is called the priority list insert. It mimics about half of their daily page, which I will share later. It has the same words that are on their daily page. It says escalate, cultivate, accommodate. That's the way she has her whole system, and she talks about this on her videos and her podcast, and Tanya TV, I think, talks about the system and why they changed the wording on this for this year for 2020. Today's focus, you circle the day, you can write the date. You can stick this in for any days that you just have busy days that you need to add a notes page in there. Or it can be, you can stick one in every day if you're like me and you need a daily page every day, but you don't need the time slots every day. The times are over here and then a little note space. This is a good time, I guess, to pull out the daily page and show you. I have planned with her daily pages. Here's her full daily page. It has changed a teeny bit this year. Like I said, she changed the wording. It used to say immediate, important, and insignificant. Everything else, I believe, has stayed pretty much the same. The schedule is the same, the notes, your 3 boxes down here, today's accomplishment, the scorecard, Everything else I believe is the same. I will check and put that in the video here if it's not. The only thing I know of that has changed on the daily page this year is immediate, important, and insignificant was changed to escalate, cultivate, and accommodate. As you can see, that's like taking half of your daily page, because this is like a half sheet, and putting most of it, and they even give you a notes room. They're taking out the 3 boxes and the accomplishment and the scorecard, and they're taking out your schedule. So if you need a whole daily page, you can definitely stick daily pages in here before your week or in the middle of your week. That is the genius of a disc-bound system. You can build this planner to be whatever you want it to be. You can have daily pages in the middle of your week, or daily pages before your week, or you can have notes pages after every single week or before every single week for your weekly list. You can build this planner however you need it to be. They sell notes pages. I have some of the grid ones in here. They come in grid, lined, and dot grid. Gridded pages are like this, and I believe this little section was changed a little bit this year. This is from last year, but you can view all those on her website. This cover is still being sold this year, but I got it last year. These are the gold rings. If you want to take a look at them compared to the rose gold, they are both beautiful, but the rose gold is definitely rose gold, and the gold is very gold. They are both beautiful and classy. These covers are a little bit cheaper at $15 than the vegan leather. They are also thinner. So if you want to take that into account, if you don't want it to thicken your book up at all, these covers that are called their hardcover that have designs on them are thinner. And when you think about this investment, it is pretty cool that you can reuse all your covers and all your discs from the year before. So you can change your covers and rotate, but whatever you build up, you'll always have. I do have an InkWELL Press pin holder stuck on here. I tend to like to stick them on the back because then it doesn't leave a bump when I'm writing near the back of my book. Although this pocket folder helps to guard from that bump. The InkWELL Press pin holders are $5. They are some of my favorite pin holders from companies. I like these better than the ERIN CONDREN. Their pin loop is bigger and it just fits most pins better. It's just more substantial. They've always stuck on well for me. And of course they have the little InkWELL Press feather on there. This is last year's pocket folder, but I believe they're still selling this color. This is this year's pocket folder. Their pocket folder is genius too. It's a triple pocket folder. So you have a really good substantial pocket here, one on the back, then you have a third pocket going all the way down, which really can hold a lot of papers. It is $6 and I think well worth it because you can add them and reuse them every year. So now I have 2 pockets and I really love the navy blue from this year. I'm a navy blue girl through and through. This is just how you add everything to your planner. When you're building your planner, you add about 10 pages at a time. Pockets do add some bulk to your planner. You have to plan room for them, but you can put it in the front. You can put it in the back. You can put it in the middle of your planner if you want to. This is the habit tracker page that comes with your daily pages. Your daily pages also come with checkpoint mission boards and plan and focus and notes pages. So in case you're just using a daily undated planner and you want to be able to have a checkpoint, mission board, plan and focus pages, and habit trackers still included and stuck in between, you know, every 4 weeks or 5 weeks or so, you can build that however you want to. Before I forget, this is the way your discs come packaged. Here's a gold set that I have not opened. They come really well packaged, not extraneous packaging, and they come right out, no plastic around them. They're made so well. I've always been impressed with every single thing I've received from InkWELL Press. If you are new to InkWELL Press and it is your very first order, I have a $10 off coupon link down there in my description box. I also have it on Instagram up in my bio, and I really do love InkWELL Press. Like I said, I've used their weekly, I've used their daily, and I pick it up and use it off and on throughout the year for different things all the time, you guys. And I share a lot of those times on Instagram. Join me there. That's where I check in daily and where I can get to know everyone better. And we have a great community going over there. Let's jump in to our flex. The flex is your horizontal system. You start with important dates, January through December. It is labeled for your month. You can of course use this for other things besides important dates, but it is labeled that. This year I'm looking forward to. I do like the change in their fonts this year and a little bit brighter colors. It does make me happier. That was my one big complaint with InkWELL Press is I just wanted brighter, happier colors. I would love for them to flow with the seasons better. They rotate through 4 color schemes for the whole year. Here is your goals page. I bought the goals insert, which is like an entire separate goal planner in itself. And we will go through that at the end. But even if you don't buy the goals insert, InkWELL Press has a goal planning system into each one of their planners, in the horizontal and in the vertical. Here you have your goal, will, what is your focus going to be, and your different 6 categories: financial, personal, social, health, dream big, and home. Those colors coordinate over here to your hexagons, and you're going to break them down into quarterly goals in each of those categories. Then you have a year at a glance. Then you jump into your January mission board. Now they've changed this a little bit. Your plan and focus page in your InkWELL Press coiled planners used to be right here opposite your mission board. Your mission board was here and then your plan and focus. But they want to make it where your months are broken up so that you can not keep all your months in here. Obviously, if you want to add extra pages, you're not going to want to keep all 12 months in here. The mission board is at the front of your month. Your mission board, and then they have your plan and focus and habit tracker for the month. This is for January back here. And then you start your February mission board here. And that is so on later months when you need to take them out. Nothing is on the back of the page that you need. Your mission board gives you those same categories that you've set your goals around. You can fill in what you're focusing on that month in those categories. And you have an extra hexagon in here. You can really use this mission board however you want. I know so many people cover up these labels and use the hexagons for other things. I actually did that. I didn't even cover up the labels. It didn't even bother me that they were here. And I used the hexagons to list other things I was keeping track of during the month. Then you have your monthly spread. It is a typical Sunday start. Your boxes are a really good size. You have previous months in light gray. And then you have a look at your next month down here in the corner. You have a notes section with light gray lines, dotted lines, and then you have a top 5 for the month. This is their new font and their new colors. Your holidays are noted with a very light gray at the very bottom of your box. Here is your Flex weekly layout, and this is your first color scheme of the 4 that they rotate through. So this one is kind of grays and dark teals. And then you have a teal for your weekly, and it goes in an ombre effect down the page. Monday through Thursday is on your left side. Friday through Sunday is on your right side. You have 5 weekly focus items, and then you have a note section. What I love about this is that they did not waste any of the page real estate on big headers. Your horizontal boxes are big here, a lot bigger than the other company's horizontal planners for the most part. This year, the color of the day matches your boxes for the color of the month, and then you just have the date written down below it. I actually really like this change from last year. It's bringing in more color, and I like the fonts. I like the look of it better. Your lines in between your days are a dotted light gray line, and they carry over into your 3 boxes. Your holidays are written in very light gray up there at the top of each day. This is actually the layout that I used when I planned for my weekly planner in InkWELL Press. I loved it because there was so much room and there is so much flexibility, and that's why it's called Flex. Do you see at the top of this page, there is a tiny gray dot? All right, I hope you can see that there. There's a tiny gray dot, and there's also a tiny gray dot down here. You can use a ruler. You don't even notice those dots unless you're looking for them. They help guide you if you want to use a ruler to divide your day right down here with a line, and then your day would kind of be divided into thirds if you wanted to think about it that way, which gives you just so much flexibility. You could use work, personal, and then these can be tracking things like your dinner, your workout, your water, could be your weather. I personally use these 3 boxes for my appointments for the day, for my go-tos for the day. So if we had to be anywhere or if anyone was coming to our house for an appointment, I wrote it down in those boxes so it was easy to look at my day and say, oh, yeah, okay, those are kind of the things that are out of my control that we already have scheduled. There's just so much versatility. You could use them for steps, calories, the weather. I've also used this system for tracking my food and fitness. This is a really good food log. It's a big place to do a food log and tracking for that, and then tracking other things. So this also makes a really nice food and fitness, like wellness planner. So I love their horizontal Flex system because I don't know of another horizontal planner that I like more. I generally plan for my weekly planner in a vertical planner. I like to see my week that way. This is actually the only planner probably in the last 10 years that's horizontal that I have planned my weekly planning in, and that's how much I like it. I love the 3 boxes. That is your basic layout and why I like it so much. Your paper in your InkWELL Press is 140 GSM. That equates to 95-pound paper. That is amazing paper. I will show you a pen test, but I want to show you something first. That's the highest weight planner paper of any planners that I've ever reviewed. People have also asked, is there a problem with the pages coming out of the disc-bound system, those new to disc-bound? Let me tell you, not here, there isn't. You can lift up the entire planner, and swing it vigorously with one sheet of paper. Nothing rips or comes apart or comes out. It's amazing because this entire flex planner put in here is really hefty. It is not lightweight, and that entire piece of paper is holding up the whole planner. So you don't have to worry about anything with that. This is my 2017 InkWELL Press planner. I wanted to show you this for a pen test because there's nothing else that could show you a better pen test. I used everything in here, including big Sharpie markers to check off my days. I just liked that visual. I like to be able to see each day checked off because you can see how busy my planner got. This would really help me to just, oh yeah, boom, see what day we're on. I used all kinds of things to write in here, like I said, including a big black Sharpie. You can barely even see a big black Sharpie. You can see right there because this page isn't written on. You can barely see it. Even a big black Sharpie does not cause any bleed through on these pages. You guys, look. Can you barely see my Sharpie is going down the line here? And you can't see the Sharpie. Look at these pages full and written on. I had no problems using a big black Sharpie. You will not find better planner paper. I haven't. This paper, it doesn't have tooth to it, but it is not slick at all. It's a smooth paper. This paper takes the pen extremely well. It feels great, and I have always enjoyed using InkWELL Press. So we've covered the two important things. Are the pages going to come out? And the pen test. It writes beautifully. One thing I can tell you will never be upset about is the paper in these planners. Let's flip through and look. When your month ends, you have a notes and ramblings page. It's a 2-page dot grid spread, and then you get, that's your January plan and focus that ends January. Then you go into February with your February mission board, your February monthly layout, then going into February, your color is pink. Here are your February mission board colors, which is light gray, a little bit of blue and yellow and pink. I like how at least they've accented the pink for February. You guys know I love my colors to flow with the seasons. What I'm going to do is flip through the planner now so you can just see the color scheme, and then we'll go through the pages at the end. And then we are back to the same color that we started with, the teal. Rotates through those 4 color schemes. For those that like to see really visually what those 4 color schemes are. So January, February, these are your, or I should say 1, 2, 3, 4. She names them. They're based on like nature, and I don't remember the names this year. 3, that's your third one. There's a lot of yellows, teal, and gray. And then your inside color is teal. So it went from a dark teal on your days to the pink, to the really light, beautiful kind of pool blue color. And then your April is your last color scheme. I love this. I love the dark purple thrown in there. And then it's like a seafoam green. Those are your 4 color schemes. They're going to be repeated throughout the planner. When you get to the end of your planner, after December, you have a quote by Tanya. Overwhelm is not having too much to do. It's knowing where to start. Then you have a gift list, 1 gift list. So name, gift, store, price. I am grateful for, and something to fill in every month that you are grateful for. That would kind of be a nice keepsake if you remember to do it. Bucket list for 2020, adventures, experiences, achievements, creativity, and white space. I like those categories on there because it says adventures to plan, experiences to savor, achievements to conquer, creativity to cultivate, and white space to create. Then you have monthly automations. This is something that Tanya talks about in her podcast, on her Tanya TV, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of the month, and then daily tasks. Create systems that work for you. You would want to go listen to her podcast on automations to be able to fill in that chart and create those automations in your life. Things that you automatically do that you don't have to think about that make your life easier. A bill tracker, and you have that for up to 5 bills for that month. Like if you wanted to track water and electricity and just see the amount for each month, and then you can write due and paid, you write what the bill is in here. This is a really nice bill tracker layout just for me to be able to see, because tracking water and electricity is something I write down. That's actually how we found out when we had a small water leak that ended up being a big deal with having to redo our entire main line, but it was only a small leak. But the way I found it was watching our water bill. And if I wouldn't have been tracking that, I really wouldn't have noticed. You have 2 project plans in here: project name, budget, brainstorm, tasks. There is an entire project plans insert. So if you want room for a lot more projects, you buy that insert. There are a whole bunch of different inserts that I did not get that are great ways that you can make your planner work for you in your life. Some of the inserts are a meal tracking insert, project planning. You can buy the whole goals insert, which is huge. That's like almost a whole planner in itself. But these other pages are just insert pages that you add in. And a weekly kickstart, her weekly kickstart pad, which is popular, her notepad has been made into an insert to use in your planner also. I might have to order those if I do another order. So definitely, if you're ordering a planner, peruse the website and check out all the different inserts so that you don't miss something that you would really want. These insert pages are not that expensive to add, and if you don't use them all up, for instance, the meal planner or the weekly kickstarts or the project pages, if you don't use them all up, you can save them for next year's. Then you get a couple of her grid graph pages at the end. It's just blank and it says topic at the top. And then at the very end, you have 2021 planning for a look ahead, which is really nice for making your appointments and to have that in there. Like I said, then you can add a folder and anything else you want to this. If I was using this weekly planner, I have actually used a weekly planner, her Flex one, as like a daily planner before. When I didn't want to get my list too long for each day, I still used my separate weekly planner for planning out everything way in advance, but this would be like my daily planner, even though it was a weekly. Some days I would run out of room, and this would be perfect to add in. This might be something that I start trying and experimenting with again in 2019. And I will definitely be sharing that with you guys on Instagram. So I'm really excited for this year. This was a cover I got from last year, and there's what your silver rings look like. All the rings are stunning. I have the entire goal setting planner in here. We will go over that at the end of this video. Right now, I want to jump in. This won't take long. This vertical planner is called her Classic. It comes with all the same pages in the horizontal flex that I just showed you, except for the layout of the week. So we're just going to go straight in and look at the layout of the week. It is the same colors that are used. Here is your weekly layout. I did not have an extra InkWELL Press cover and rings to put this in yet. I think I need to order another one. Now this is the layout that changed this year. The flex did not change, the horizontal. The vertical did change, and I did hear a lot of people who love her vertical who were not happy about this change. The changes are her adding the words escalate, cultivate, and accommodate to the side here, very small. Those words are added very small, but they are there. Now, I don't think people would have been as upset about the words if she wouldn't have added in the dark lines to separate that, because they could probably ignore the words, although they probably don't want to. What they said was they just loved how it was plain and blank, didn't have lines or any words, and they could make it whatever they needed. She's added in those words that are now on your daily page: escalate, cultivate, and accommodate, to divide your tasks out for the day. But many people didn't divide their tasks into 3 sections like that, and they use these pages in so many different creative ways that is going to put a kink in the way that they use them. Her 3 boxes on the vertical are at the bottom. I personally don't like that. I would really love the 3 boxes to be at the top, because I would use them for my appointments once again, so that I could see what appointments we have, or my top 3 for the day. I would really, really love those 3 boxes to be at the top. I know probably not everyone's on board with that. And then in the vertical, your weekly focus still has your 5 hexagons and a note section that is also included in the horizontal, but it's just, of course, different in the vertical. So that is your vertical layout. It has a smaller space up top, a bigger space in the middle, and then a smaller space here. And then you have your 3 boxes, which people use for all different things on here too, just like your horizontal. I've heard people writing like their kids' work schedule in there, so they know when their child's going to be gone, or, be in practice every day that changes. You can use a box per kid, like per activity. I didn't mention that on the other page, so that you can know like where each kid is at and going each day. So that's another way to use the 3 boxes. The 3 boxes are genius to me. Everything else in this vertical classic planner is exactly the same. All the plan and focus pages, all the habit trackers, it flows in the same way, the same colors, the same monthly layouts. So that is just your vertical page, and that's what it looks like in the teal color. I love the fonts and the dates up here better than last year, so I'm happy with that. I would love to know what you guys think about adding those words, a way to divide your tasks, and those 3 boxes. And when you have a holiday in your classic vertical, it's labeled at the very bottom in gray. So that is your classic. Now we're going to jump into the goal planner. That's going to be our last item. The goal planning insert is $29, so it is the same as the classic. If you buy the vertical, it's $29. The flex, the horizontal is $29. The daily pages, you get 184 daily pages for the daily page pack for $29. This is a pretty big goal planner. It is not meant, to be completely added to your planner, but it is sectioned off by months so that you can definitely add just the month you're on to your planner, which I love and is genius because you have your more extensive goal planning right in front of you. You want more goal planning than just the basic that comes with your planner with InkWELL Press. This is an awesome system. Now, many people have asked me to compare this to PowerSheets. I would say they are comparable because they are both year-long goal planners. They are both extensive and they have a lot of similarities in the questions they take you through, but they are not laid out the same at all. They are laid out very differently, but they accomplish the same thing. So what you need to do is just watch this walkthrough on this goal planner and then watch my PowerSheets video, which PowerSheets are launching very soon. They're launching October 16th. I will have a video out on those. You can check out the new 2020 PowerSheets and compare it to this 2020 InkWELL Press goal setting planner, and then decide which one works best for you with your brain and the season that you're in right now. If you're using an InkWELL Press planner, it's a no-brainer to me that you would probably pick this goal setting planner because, like I said, you can either keep it together as an entire goal setting book. But if I was using an InkWELL Press planner for my weekly planner or my daily planner or combo, I would definitely use this goal setting, and I would then take out the goal and the monthly pages for that month, and I would stick it in my planner to have with me to just always be in front of me and refer back to. So if you're not using InkWELL Press or you don't want to mix this into your weekly planner, you definitely have the flexibility to keep it in a cover all by itself. You could add some note pages to it. You could even add tabs to it if you wanted to tab your month, or the poly tabs because they wouldn't add too much bulk to this. So you have all those options and flexibility. Let's jump in to the goal planner. You have a nameplate page and a letter from Tanya. You have a using your goal setting planner. They take you through all that's included in here. You have a reflection section, a projection section, an action section, monthly checkpoints, and then quarterly checkpoints. She also has a good quick setup video for you to watch on this, and that's listed down here for you to find, which I think is very helpful. First is your reflection section. See the R up there? You can consult back to here. You're in your reflection section. You're reflecting back. This is what I call like your prep pages in your PowerSheets. All this reflection section and preparing to make your goals, all up until here is your kind of your prep to help prepare you for what's important to you, to help become clear what goals do you want to make this year. Or, maybe you only want to make your goals for the first quarter. You don't have to lay out your goals for the whole year. So they help prep you by looking back. They give you directions and guidance all throughout here. So it's not just like a page is thrown at you. You have a look back at your past year in kind of a calendar year overview. You have a shifting perspective to think about negative experiences in a different way, to shift your perspective on that and have a positive outlook. Look at your life wheel, and they guide you through this and talk about why you want your life wheel to be in harmony. Then you go into thinking about your future self, thinking about a year from now. What will your life be like if you keep doing the same things the same way that you're doing them for the next 12 months. Then you have a goal brainstorm and a goal vision board, and they have lots of guidance on every page for you. Then you have your goals broken down to quarter 1 and quarter 2 and Q3 and Q4. First half of the year, second half of the year. I like that. You have personal, home, and work. You have those 3 segments for both sets of the year, and you have everything divided out by month. You use this matrix to map out your goals for the year. What do you want to happen each quarter? The next page is goal setting tips. This is actually showing you a goal page filled out with an example and an action roadmap page filled out with an example to help guide you through this. For each goal that you come up with, you have a goal setting page. So this is goal 1, and then you have an action roadmap 1 to go with that. Now, the reason why they didn't do them side by side in a layout is so that when you are working on that goal, you can take just this goal out, put it in your planner, and you have your goal 1 with you. Let's say you're working on goal 1 and goal 2 maybe in the first quarter. You can take both of these out and have them with you in your planner. You're outlining your goal here. They help you outline steps. You take them to your action roadmap and fill that out about your goal, and they're guiding you through each step. You have enough goal pages for 12 goals. I feel like that is a good amount for an entire year. PowerSheets has enough for 10. I myself only made 4 goals this year in my PowerSheets. I feel like that 12 is plenty for you, even if you mess up a page or, you change your mind on a goal. It's something that's important to you at the beginning of the year, but when you reevaluate in the second or third quarter, you decide that's not a goal that you're going to keep pursuing or to keep working on this year. And so that might be a goal that you leave behind and is no longer important to you. That would be a goal page that you're not using anymore. But I feel like 12 goal pages is ample. Then you go into your checkpoints. Your monthly checkpoints, you would also want to transfer into your planner if you are transferring the goal pages and such into your planner. So you have a January checkpoint. You have them guiding you through a focus. What steps from your action roadmap will you accomplish this month? Break them down into weekly goals. Then you have a January focus page, and you have even more habit trackers in here to be able to track those habits that maybe are associated and connected with that goal. Then you have a January download. That's to think about at the end of the month, to look back at the month and reflect on the month. And then you have a notes page for every month. So every month has actually 4 pages to it, front and back. It's only actually 2 pages, but 4 pages front and back. You would move that into your planner for that month. And then when that month is over, you could move it back into here and not have it bulking up your planner. Here are some of the colors. We'll just go through March checkpoint. Every month, I love how the colors change. They flow with the colors in your planner. So as you will see, here is March in your Flex planner. You're matching the March color in here. So if you move these pages into your planner, all the fonts and colors, they just flow together and they match and they make a complete system. Then your March download, that's looking back on the month. And then your Q1 checkpoint. I have read through all these pages. I feel like the system is very similar to PowerSheet. It's not the same system. It's not the same questions, but it is a yearly planner that is comparable to PowerSheets because this is a question I'm getting a lot. The guidance in it, the way that your goals are mapped out, the way that you track things, it is completely different. Look at this planner, look at PowerSheets, decide based on which one fits your planning style, your lifestyle, your season right now, and also just your brain and the way you think and the way you like to do things and work through goals. Not everyone is wanting a big goal planning system for a year. Some people are completely happy with just working through the goal tracking pages that are in your classic or Flex planner. All right, so you have the 4 pages per month, and then you have quarterly checkpoints. So this is a Q1 checkpoint every quarter, and you're just talking about how you feel, 3 successes you've had, good news about Q1, the not so good news, your focus for Q2. They take you through goal adjustment, which I think is very important to do every quarter. You're going to reevaluate your life wheel every quarter, and then a get motivated to help you to get motivated again. What's the next step to take? What actions do you want to take? I feel like the quarterly checkpoints are very important, and that is 4 pages, so 2 pages front and back. At the very end, you go through your Q4 checkpoint. Then you have managing your fear. After your Q4 checkpoint, you have your year-end review. It just always feels so happy when you get to do something like this, when you've worked really hard through a goal planner and you've accomplished things for the year. And you know what? Even though you haven't accomplished everything you listed out, because I know I never do, it's just fun to look back and plan for the next year ahead. Name your accomplishments. Name things you're greatest for. Name the things that you're proudest of. This is important when looking to the year ahead, to fill out this reflection. Reflection clarifies so many things in our minds. So you're going to look through your goals for this year. You probably may not have had 12, maybe you did, and think about each goal. Like, did you accomplish it? You didn't. If you didn't, what went wrong? Or did you just decide to abandon it? It wasn't important anymore. So evaluating each goal and then thinking of next year's goals. Use this space to plan out what you're thinking in each category for next year. I like that this is here because during my power sheets, I have done this at the back of my power sheets when I'm already thinking about stuff for 2020 because we're so close, you guys, and thinking about what maybe I want to be working on next year. As those ideas come to my mind, I like to jot them down before I forget. I think you don't have to wait till the end of the year to do this. You can be near the end of the year, anytime during the year, if you come up with things that you want to maybe jot down for next year. That is the entire InkWELL Press goal planning insert. It is only $29. That is a lot of goal planning, a lot of color pages, and a really great system for $29. That is your InkWELL Press rundown for 2020 planners. I hope that this was helpful. I would love to hear down below in the comments if you've used InkWELL Press, or if you want to use InkWELL Press, let me know what you think about this year's planners. I love hearing what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time.